Have you ever felt the urge to call out a narcissist, thinking it would finally expose them and set you free? Stop! You're falling into their trap. The truth is, confronting a narcissist never works the way you expect. Instead of feeling guilty or changing their ways, they will turn the situation against you, making you look like the bad one. But don't worry, because God has already given you the perfect strategy to deal with them without losing your peace, energy, or faith. Why calling them out is a big mistake. Narcissists thrive on chaos. They want you to react, to break down, to lose yourself in frustration. And the moment you call them out, you've played right into their hands. They will twist your words, manipulate others against you, and make you feel powerless. But chosen ones, you are not powerless. God has given you the wisdom to rise above their games. What to do instead? Instead of exposing them, I'll show you a powerful, God-given method to silence a narcissist without saying a single word. This is the secret they never want you to know because it removes their control over you forever. If you've ever dealt with a narcissist and felt unheard, you're not alone. We are a community of chosen ones who support each other, share wisdom, and grow in faith. Drop a comment if you're ready to break free. Stay till the end, because what I'm about to share will change the way you handle narcissists forever. Narcissists are masters of manipulation. They know exactly how to twist situations, shift blame, and make you doubt yourself. If you've ever dealt with one, you already know how frustrating it is. You try to explain, you try to defend yourself, and somehow you end up looking like the problem. You might think, oh, if I just call them out, if I just show everyone the truth, they'll finally be exposed. But that's where the trap is. Chosen ones, do you think exposing a narcissist will set you free? Think again. It's a trap. The moment you try to confront them, they flip the script. Suddenly, they're the victim, and you're the one being unreasonable. They will cry, lie, twist your words, and make everyone believe that you are the one who's toxic. It doesn't matter how much proof you have, they will never admit to their wrongs. Narcissists are like magicians. They distract people with one hand while hiding the truth with the other. If you try to expose them, they will use their tricks against you. They will turn family, friends, and even strangers against you. They will act innocent, making people question if you're just too sensitive or overreacting. And here's the worst part. They love it. The more you react, the more they win. Your anger, your frustration, your sadness, it all fuels them. They thrive on chaos and control. So what should you do instead? Silence is your power. Walking away without engaging is the best way to break free. A narcissist wants a reaction. Don't give them one. When you stop playing their game, they lose control over you. Let them expose themselves. Their lies will eventually catch up with them. People will see the truth over time, and when that happens, you'll be standing strong, unshaken, and free. Remember, chosen ones, you don't need to fight battles that God has already won for you. Narcissists love attention, whether it's good or bad. As long as they are the center of the conversation, they feel powerful. When you call them out, you think you're exposing the truth, but to them, it's just another game, another stage where they get to perform. They don't care about right or wrong. They don't feel shame the way normal people do. Instead, they see every confrontation as an opportunity to create more drama, twist the story, and make themselves look like the victim. The moment you challenge them, they don't feel fear, they feel excitement. They will turn everything into a spectacle, yelling, crying, making accusations, and dragging others into the situation. They will create so much confusion that people won't even know who to believe anymore. Suddenly you're stuck defending yourself, explaining, proving your innocence, while they sit back and enjoy the chaos they've created. And here's the worst part, they know exactly how to push your buttons. They will say things that trigger you, make you doubt yourself, and keep you emotionally trapped. The more upset you get, the more control they have over you. Calling them out won't make them stop. It won't change them. It only gives them more fuel. So, what's the best way to deal with a narcissist? Don't give them what they want. Stay calm, stay quiet, and refuse to engage in their drama. When you walk away, they lose their power over you. Silence is stronger than any argument. Let them play their games alone. You're not here to be their entertainment. Narcissists never take responsibility for their actions. No matter how obvious their lies are, no matter how much proof you have, they will always find a way to shift the blame onto someone else, usually you. At first, you might think, if I just tell the truth, if I show people what they've done, everyone will see them for who they really are. But that's exactly where the trap is. Instead of being held accountable, they will manipulate the narrative and turn others against you. The moment you call them out, they go into defense mode. They don't admit their mistakes or feel guilt like a normal person would. Instead, they start twisting the story. They rearrange the facts, take your words out of context, and play the victim. Suddenly the conversation is no longer about what they did wrong. Now it's about how cruel you are, how unfair you're being, and how emotionally hurt they feel. And the worst part? People will believe them. Narcissists are experts at deception. They know exactly how to act innocent, how to cry at the right moment, and how to convince others that they are the real victim. Meanwhile, you are left standing there, frustrated, confused, and wondering how everything got turned around so fast. They will tell lies behind your back, spread rumors, and paint you as the villain. They will make it seem like you're the one attacking them, when all you did was tell the truth. And if you react, if you get angry, that's exactly what they want. Now they can point at you and say, see, look how aggressive they are. Look how unstable they are. See, it's a trap. That's why the best way to handle a narcissist is not to play their game at all. The more you try to explain yourself, the more they twist your words. The more you try to defend yourself, the more they make you look guilty. So what should you do instead? Stay calm, stay silent, walk away. Let people see the truth for themselves. A narcissist's lies will eventually catch up with them. They can only fake their innocence for so long. Eventually their actions will expose them. But you stay in control. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The truth will always come out in the end. Dealing with a narcissist is like fighting a battle you can never win. You spend hours thinking about what to say, how to prove your point, and how to make them understand. But no matter how much effort you put in, they don't change. They don't care. You feel drained. They feel nothing. Narcissists don't feel guilt, but you do. Calling them out only leaves you emotionally exhausted. You might think, if I just make them see what they've done, they'll finally understand. They'll finally change. But that's the problem. Narcissists don't think like you. They don't have the same sense of guilt, remorse, or empathy. Instead of feeling bad for hurting you, they feel powerful. They enjoy seeing you upset, confused, and emotionally exhausted. To them, your reaction is a sign that they are still in control. While you lie awake at night, replaying conversations in your head, wondering if you could have said something differently, they sleep peacefully, completely unbothered, while you feel emotionally drained, mentally exhausted, and spiritually depleted. They move on like nothing happened, already planning their next move. Narcissists feed off your energy. The more you argue, the more you try to explain yourself, the more drained you become, while they remain completely unaffected. It's a game for them, and they don't care how much it destroys you. That's why the smartest thing you can do is refuse to play. Instead of wasting your energy trying to make them see the truth, save that energy for yourself. Focus on healing. Protect your peace. Set boundaries and don't let them pull you back into their toxic cycle. Remember, your energy is sacred. Don't waste it on someone who only wants to drain you. Not everyone deserves access to your wisdom, your kindness, or your truth. Some people will never appreciate what you offer. Instead, they will mock, reject, and even use it against you. Wasting wisdom on someone who refuses to change will only bring you harm. Jesus himself warned us about this in Matthew 7:6. Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces. A narcissist is exactly this kind of person. They don't value truth. They don't want to change. They only seek control. If you try to reason with them, explain yourself, or make them see the damage they cause, you are casting your pearls before swine. Instead of listening, they will mock you. Instead of reflecting, they will twist your words. Instead of changing, they will turn against you, attacking you, draining you, and leaving you worse off than before. It's a painful truth, but it's one you must accept. Some people don't want to be saved. You can't fix them. You can't make them see the truth. And the more you try, the more harm you bring upon yourself. So what should you do? Walk away. Protect your peace. Guard your wisdom. Save your energy for those who are willing to listen, those who respect the truth, and those who are open to change. Your wisdom is valuable. Don't waste it on those who only want to destroy it. When you expose a narcissist, you aren't just calling out their lies. You're threatening the carefully crafted image they have built. And narcissists don't take that lightly. They see any challenge to their control as an attack, and they will do whatever it takes to get back at you, even if it takes weeks, months, or years. Narcissists don't forget. They will quietly plot ways to make you regret exposing them. At first, they may pretend to be unaffected. They may laugh off your words or act like your accusations don't bother them. But inside, they are boiling with rage. A narcissist's ego is fragile, and when it's wounded, they seek one thing: revenge. How do they get revenge? Unlike normal people who confront problems directly, narcissists don't fight fair. They don't argue with logic or reason. Instead, they use manipulation, lies, and psychological warfare. They turn people against you. Narcissists hate losing control, and one of their favorite tactics is smearing your name. They will spread rumors, twist stories, and make themselves look like the victim, all while painting you as the villain. And the worst part, people will believe them. Narcissists are experts at playing the innocent, misunderstood person. They know exactly how to act sad, how to shed fake tears, and how to make others see you as the problem. Before you even realize what's happening, your friends, co-workers, and even family members may start distancing themselves from you. The narcissist has already planted the poison in their minds. They wait for the perfect moment to strike. Unlike impulsive people who lash out immediately, narcissists are strategic. They don't always react right away. Sometimes they wait, planning their revenge in silence. They might act kind and forgiving at first, making you think everything is fine. But behind the scenes, they are setting traps, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And when they do, it's always when you least expect it. They might sabotage your relationships, spread false accusations at work, or manipulate situations to make you look bad. They play the long game, and their patience makes them even more dangerous. They make you doubt yourself. Another silent weapon narcissists use is gaslighting. They will make you question your own memories, your own sanity, and your own emotions. They might say things like, "I never said that. You're imagining things. You're way too sensitive. You always overreact. No one else has a problem with me. Maybe it's just you." Over time, this constant manipulation can make you doubt your own reality. Instead of feeling confident about exposing them, you start wondering, was I wrong? Did I overreact? Am I the problem? How to protect yourself. Now that you know how narcissists seek revenge, the most important question is, how do you protect yourself? Stop playing their game. The best way to win against a narcissist is to not engage. The more you argue, the more you defend yourself, the more power you give them. Stay silent. Stay distant. Do not feed their need for control. Be smart about who you trust. Once you expose a narcissist, expect them to turn people against you. Be careful about who you confide in. Not everyone who smiles at you is on your side. Keep your circle small and filled with people who truly understand narcissistic abuse. Document everything. If you are dealing with a narcissist at work, in a legal situation, or even in a personal relationship, keep records. Save text messages, emails, and any other proof of their behavior. If they try to twist the truth, you will have evidence on your side. Focus on healing. Narcissists thrive on keeping you emotionally exhausted. Don't let them steal your peace. Instead of wasting energy on revenge or proving yourself, focus on your own healing. Move forward. Let them stay stuck in their own toxic cycle. Final thought. A narcissist's biggest fear is losing control. When you expose them, you take away their power, but they will do everything they can to get it back. That's why they seek revenge. But here's the truth. Their power only works if you let it, if you refuse to engage, if you stay strong in your truth, and if you protect your energy, they will lose. The best revenge? Living your life free from their control. Narcissists are masters of twisting reality, and when they can't control you through fear or guilt, they turn to something even more powerful, your faith. They will gaslight you into believing you are the problem, using religion or morality as a weapon. If you are a person of faith, you likely value kindness, forgiveness, and humility. You strive to be patient, understanding, and loving, even when people hurt you. Narcissists know this, and they use it against you. How do they weaponize your faith? They twist scripture to justify their action. A narcissist will cherry-pick Bible verses, spiritual teachings, or religious principles to convince you that you are the one who needs to change, not them. If you set boundaries, they'll say, Jesus said to turn the other cheek. If you refuse to tolerate their abuse, they'll remind you, love keeps no record of wrongs. If you try to hold them accountable, they'll accuse you of being judgmental or unforgiving. But they conveniently ignore the parts of Scripture that speak about justice, accountability, and standing against evil. They don't want truth, they want control. They make you feel guilty for walking away. A narcissist knows that faith often teaches us to be patient, forgive endlessly, and love unconditionally. So, when you try to leave a toxic situation, they will guilt-trip you. You're a Christian, you should be more forgiving. God hates divorce, you have to stay. A real believer wouldn't abandon someone in their time of need. They exploit your conscience to keep you trapped in a cycle of manipulation. They want you to feel guilty for choosing yourself. But the truth is, God does not call you to be a victim. The Bible warns against associating with evil. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Sometimes walking away isn't selfish, it's necessary. They play the holier-than-thou game. Narcissists love to act like they are more spiritual, more righteous, and more in tune with God than you are. They use this as a way to invalidate your feelings and dismiss your concerns. If you confront them about their actions, they might say, "You're being led by your emotions, not by the Spirit. I prayed about this and God told me I'm right. You're acting in pride. You need to humble yourself." By claiming spiritual superiority, they make you doubt your own discernment. They want you to question yourself so that they can stay in control. How to protect yourself? Know the word for yourself. A narcissist can't twist scripture if you know what it really says. Read the Bible for yourself. Seek wisdom from trusted spiritual mentors. When you understand the truth, their manipulation loses power. Remember that God is a God of justice. Yes, faith teaches us to forgive, but it does not teach us to tolerate evil. The Bible is full of examples where people stood up against wickedness. Even Jesus called out religious hypocrites. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of the bones of the dead and everything unclean. Matthew 23:27. Forgiveness does not mean allowing abuse. Don't let guilt trap you. Walking away from a toxic person is not a sin. It is not unchristian to protect yourself from someone who refuses to change. God does not want you to suffer at the hands of a manipulator. He wants you to live in truth, peace, and freedom. Final thought. A narcissist will use your own faith against you, but God sees through their lies. You are not wrong for setting boundaries. You are not unfaithful for walking away. And you are not a bad person for refusing to be manipulated. Stand in truth, protect your spirit, and remember, God is on the side of the oppressed, not the oppressor. Narcissists are experts at deception. When they sense they're losing control over you, they suddenly become everything you ever wanted them to be: apologetic, understanding, and even remorseful. They'll say all the right things, promise to change, and act like they finally understand how much they've hurt you. But this is all an illusion. Their so-called transformation is nothing more than a carefully crafted act to pull you back into their web of manipulation. At first, it seems convincing. They might shower you with kindness, give you unexpected compliments, or even acknowledge their past mistakes. You may start to believe that finally they've realized their wrongs. Hope creeps in. Maybe they can change. Maybe things can be different this time. And just when you start to trust again, the mask slips. Their behavior slowly reverts to the same toxic patterns, sometimes worse than before. But now they have an advantage. They've weakened your defenses. This cycle of false change and betrayal is not accidental. It's a calculated strategy designed to keep you emotionally entangled. By pretending to grow, they prevent you from fully walking away. If you try to hold them accountable for slipping back into old habits, they'll gaslight you, making you question whether you're imagining things. "I've been trying so hard. Why can't you see that?" they'll say, turning the blame onto you. And if you refuse to fall for it, they'll play the victim, claiming that you're unforgiving or unwilling to give them a second chance. The truth is, real change requires deep self-awareness, effort, and a willingness to take responsibility. Narcissists don't change because they don't see themselves as the problem. They only see control slipping from their grasp. They manipulate emotions, using fake apologies as bait to reel you back in, only to betray you when they feel secure again. Recognizing this pattern is your power. The moment you stop believing their words and start trusting their actions, you free yourself from their cycle of deceit. Narcissists don't just want control, they need it. It fuels their ego, validates their power, and reassures them that they still have influence over you. One of their favorite tactics? Provoking you. They deliberately push your buttons, say cruel things, and create chaos, all with one goal: to get a reaction out of you. Because the moment you explode in anger, break down in frustration, or try to defend yourself, they win. At first, it might seem like they just enjoy arguments, but this goes much deeper. When you react emotionally, it tells them that they still have control over your thoughts and feelings. It confirms that their manipulation is working. They thrive on your pain because it means they still matter. Your anger, tears, or desperate attempts to explain yourself become proof that they are still in power. Even when they hurt you, they feel victorious because they got under your skin. Worse, narcissists know how to turn the tables. If you lash out, they'll act like the victim. Suddenly, they're the calm, rational one. and you're the unstable or overreacting person. They'll say things like, "See? This is why no one can talk to you." Or, "Wow, I was just joking. You're way too sensitive." By making you react, they create a false narrative where you look like the problem. The best way to defeat this tactic is to stop reacting. Not because you don't feel emotions, but because refusing to engage takes away their power. When you stay calm, unbothered, and detached, they lose their ability to manipulate you. A narcissist cannot stand being ignored or dismissed. When you stop giving them the reaction they crave, they will either escalate their tactics or eventually move on to find a new source of emotional supply. Either way, you win because you're no longer controlled by them. Narcissists thrive on attention, whether it's love, admiration, or even anger. They need an emotional response from you to feel powerful. The more you engage, the more they feed off your energy. That's why the most powerful weapon you have against them is silence. Walking away without a word is not weakness, it's a strategy. It's choosing peace over chaos, strength over reaction, and freedom over control. When you argue, explain, or try to make a narcissist see reason, you're giving them exactly what they want, your attention and emotions. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about fairness. They only care about winning. Even if you prove them wrong, they will twist the narrative, shift the blame, or play the victim. But when you choose silence, you remove their ability to manipulate the situation. They can't twist words you never said. At first, they will test you. They'll try harder to get a reaction, insulting you, playing mind games, or even pretending to be kind. Don't fall for it. The moment you engage, you're back in their trap. Instead, stay calm, stay silent, and walk away. No explanation, no emotional outburst. Just disappear from their game. This drives them crazy because it strips away their control. God warns us about wasting wisdom on those who refuse to change. Matthew 7:6 says, "Do not cast your pearls before swine. Your energy, time, and peace are precious. A narcissist will never value them, so why keep offering them?" The most powerful thing a chosen one can do is walk away in silence. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Let them stay in their toxic world. You are rising above it. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, and their greatest weapon is your emotional response. They know exactly what to say or do to trigger you, making you feel angry, guilty, or desperate for their approval. But here's the truth. The moment you react, you give them control. They feed off your frustration, your tears, your need to explain yourself. That's why the key to breaking free is emotional detachment. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you stop letting them control how you feel. It's the ability to remain calm and unreadable no matter what they throw at you. When they try to provoke you with insults, stay neutral. When they twist the truth, refuse to defend yourself. When they try to guilt trip you, don't engage. Every time you react, they win. But when you stay composed, they lose their power over you. At first, they will try harder to push your buttons. They might accuse you of being cold or uncaring. They might even switch tactics, pretending to be the victim. This is a trap. They want to pull you back in to make you feel something for them again. But the moment you fall for it, you're back in their cycle of control. Instead of reaction, practice neutral responses. A simple, okay. A calm nod. No response at all. These drive narcissists crazy because they thrive on drama. When they see that their words no longer affect you, they lose interest. You win, not by fighting back, but by refusing to play their game. Master emotional detachment, and you'll reclaim your peace, your power, and your freedom. Dealing with a narcissist requires more than just strength, it requires wisdom. In Matthew 10:16, Jesus gives a powerful instruction. "Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore be wise as serpents and innocent as doves." This verse is a divine strategy for handling manipulative and deceitful people. It means moving with wisdom, staying calm, and never letting them see your next step. Narcissists operate like predators. They manipulate, twist the truth, and use emotions as weapons to keep control over you. If you confront them head-on, they will retaliate. If you expose them, they will play the victim and turn others against you. That's why the best approach is to be strategic, silent, observant, and unshakable. Wisdom of the serpent, moving smartly. A serpent moves with precision. It does not strike until the moment is right. In the same way, you must learn to move wisely when dealing with a narcissist. Avoid emotional reactions. Do not reveal your plans. Keep your personal goals, future decisions, and true thoughts hidden from them. If they don't know what you're thinking, they can't twist it against you. Instead of explaining yourself, observe. See their patterns. Recognize their tactics. The more you understand their behavior, the less power they have over you. If you decide to distance yourself, do it quietly. If you're planning a major life change, don't announce it. A narcissist will always try to sabotage what they can see coming. Innocence of the dove, staying calm and blameless. A dove represents peace and purity. Being innocent as doves means refusing to engage in their toxic games. You don't need to fight back, argue, or prove them wrong. When they provoke you, stay calm. When they spread lies, trust that the truth will reveal itself in time. The moment you stop reacting, they lose control over you. Narcissists love to make people look like the aggressor, while they play the victim. If you respond with anger, they will use it against you. If you expose them publicly, they will twist the story. But when you remain calm and unshaken, they have nothing to use against you. How to apply this strategy in real life? Keep your plans private. Don't tell them your next move. If you plan to leave, don't announce it. Just do it. Don't react emotionally. If they insult you, stay neutral. A simple okay or silence frustrates them more than any argument. Observe, don't engage, watch how they operate, but don't fall into their traps. The more you see, the more power you reclaim. Stay blameless. If they try to bait you into a fight, don't take it. Let them argue alone. Trust in God's timing. Narcissists will eventually expose themselves. You don't need to do it for them. Final thoughts. God calls his chosen ones to be wise, not reckless, strategic, not reactive. A narcissist wants you to move emotionally, to act without thinking, to fall into their traps. But when you follow God's strategy, being as wise as a serpent and as innocent as a dove, you rise above their manipulation. Move in silence, keep your peace, and most importantly, trust that God is leading you away from their control and into a life of freedom. When dealing with a narcissist, it's tempting to fight back, expose their lies, and make them face the truth. But here's the hard reality: they will never admit their faults, no matter how much proof you have, no matter how many times you try to reason with them. They will twist the truth and make you look like the problem. That's why the battle is not yours to fight. It belongs to God. The Bible reminds us in Romans 12:19, "Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, 'It is mine to avenge. I will repay,' says the Lord." God sees everything. He knows the pain you've endured, the lies spoken against you, and the silent battles you've fought. You don't need to seek revenge or prove yourself. Let God handle it. A narcissist thrives on control. They manipulate, lie, and deceive to keep their grip on you. But when you pray, you invite God into the situation. And here's what happens. God fights battles you can't see. While you focus on healing, God is working behind the scenes, exposing the truth in his perfect time. Prayer removes their power over you. When you surrender them to God, you stop carrying the burden of anger and pain. You free yourself from their hold. God protects you from their attacks. A narcissist will try to destroy your peace, but when you pray for divine protection, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Trust God's justice, not your own. A narcissist wants to drag you into their chaos. They want you to react, to fight, to prove yourself, but your strength is in walking away and trusting God's justice. It may not happen immediately, but God always exposes darkness. Every lie will be revealed. Every manipulative scheme will crumble. Instead of focusing on them, focus on your healing. Pray for wisdom, peace, and strength to move forward. Ask God to protect you from their traps and to guide you toward the right people, those who uplift and support you. The most powerful thing you can do against a narcissist is not to fight them, but to surrender them to God. Pray for divine protection, release the pain, and trust that God will bring justice in His perfect time. You are not alone. God is with you, and He will lead you to freedom. Go no contact or grey rock if you must stay. Dealing with a narcissist feels like being trapped in an endless battle. No matter what you say or do, they twist the truth, manipulate your emotions, and drain your energy. So how do you win against a narcissist without playing their game? The answer is simple. Don't engage. The biggest mistake people make when dealing with narcissists is thinking that logic, proof, or heartfelt conversations will make a difference. It won't. A narcissist doesn't care about the truth. They don't care about your emotions. They only care about maintaining control. That's why the most powerful move you can make is to cut them off completely, or if you must stay in contact, become a grey rock. The power of no contact. Cut off their supply. Narcissists thrive on attention, good or bad. If you argue with them, they win. If you defend yourself, they win. Even if you cry or get angry, they still win. The only way to truly beat them is to take away what they crave, your reaction. Going no contact means completely removing them from your life. Block their calls, messages, and emails. Remove them from social media. Avoid places where you might run into them. Stop discussing them with mutual acquaintances. Why does this work? Because narcissists can't stand being ignored. When you walk away and give them nothing, you take away their power over you. They may try to provoke you, sending fake apologies, starting rumors, or even playing the victim to make you feel guilty. But stand firm. The moment you react, they win. What if you can't go? No contact. Use the grey rock method. Sometimes cutting a narcissist off completely isn't possible. Maybe they're a co-worker, a family member, or a co-parent. In these situations, grey rock is your best defense. The grey rock method is simple. Become as uninteresting and emotionless as possible. A narcissist wants drama. They want you to react. If you refuse to give them what they want, they lose interest. How to grey rock effectively. Keep conversations short and dull. Only talk about necessary topics. Respond with neutral answers like, okay, I see, or noted. Show no emotion, no anger, no frustration, no excitement. Avoid sharing personal details. The less they know, the less they can use against you. Set firm boundaries and stick to them. If they try to provoke you, don't engage. At first, they may push harder, trying to get a reaction out of you. They might insult you, bring up the past, or act extra charming to lure you back in. Don't fall for it. Keep your responses short, calm, and uninteresting. Over time, they will realize they can't control you anymore. Winning without fighting. Winning against a narcissist doesn't mean exposing them, proving them wrong, or making them admit their faults. That will never happen. Winning means taking back your peace, your energy, and your life. No contact frees you from their toxic cycle. Grey rock makes you untouchable. Both methods shift the power back to you. God calls us to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, Matthew 10:16. That means you don't need to fight every battle. Sometimes the smartest move is to walk away in silence. Narcissists can't destroy what they can no longer reach. So if you truly want to win, don't engage. Choose peace over conflict. Choose silence over chaos. Choose yourself over their manipulation. Because the best revenge is living free, happy, and completely unaffected. When you've dealt with a narcissist, the pain doesn't just disappear overnight. The emotional wounds they leave behind can feel deep and permanent. They may have manipulated you, gaslighted you, and drained your energy for months or even years. And even after you walk away, their toxicity can still echo in your mind. But here's the truth: your healing is the one thing a narcissist never wants to see. They want you broken, bitter, and stuck in the cycle of pain they created. They want to live rent-free in your head, controlling your emotions even when they're no longer in your life. That's why your greatest revenge is healing. Why narcissists never heal. One of the most powerful truths to understand about narcissists is this: they never heal. They may put on a show pretending they've changed, but deep down, they are trapped in their own chaos. They jump from one toxic relationship to another. They repeat the same manipulative patterns over and over. They constantly seek new victims because they can't survive without controlling someone. They are never truly happy, only temporarily satisfied when they have power over others. The moment you break free and start focusing on yourself, you take away their power. When you heal, you no longer react to their tricks. You stop obsessing over what they did to you, and you move forward with strength and wisdom. This is what narcissists fear the most. Healing is your greatest revenge. Many people make the mistake of thinking revenge means exposing a narcissist or making them suffer like they made you suffer. But trying to get even only keeps you tied to their toxicity. True revenge is healing so completely that they no longer exist in your world. Here's how you reclaim your power. Shift your focus from them to you. One of the biggest mistakes people make after dealing with a narcissist is staying mentally trapped in the past. They keep replaying the hurt, the lies, and the betrayal. But the more you focus on them, the more you let them win. Turn that focus inward. Ask yourself, how can I rebuild my confidence? What dreams did I put on hold because of them? How can I create a life that makes me feel happy and free? The moment you stop obsessing over them and start prioritizing yourself, you start winning. Let go of the need for closure. A narcissist will never give you real closure. They will never admit they were wrong, never take responsibility, and never sincerely apologize. Waiting for closure is like waiting for them to become a good person. It will never happen. Instead of seeking answers from them, create your own closure. Accept that their behavior was never about you. It was about their brokenness. Forgive yourself for tolerating their toxicity, but don't feel pressured to forgive them if you're not ready. Decide that you're moving forward even without an apology. Reconnect with yourself. Narcissists break you down so they can control you. They make you doubt your worth, isolate you from your loved ones, and drain your self-confidence. Now is the time to rebuild. Practice self-care. Eat well, exercise, rest, and do things that nourish your body and mind. Reconnect with your passions. What did you love before they took over your life? Music, writing, traveling. Bring those joys back. Surround yourself with positive people. Find friends and mentors who uplift you, not drain you. Every step you take towards self-love and self-care is a step away from their control. Trust that karma handles what you can't. It's tempting to want to see a narcissist suffer, to wish for the day they finally experience the pain they caused. But you don't need to waste your energy hoping for their downfall. Has a way of taking care of people like them. Their own lies eventually catch up with them. Their manipulations stop working as people start to see the truth. They grow old, bitter, and alone because no one trusts them. Meanwhile, you're thriving. You're not carrying the weight of their toxicity anymore. You're free, happy, and moving toward a life filled with peace. Healing is a journey, but it's worth it. Healing from a narcissist isn't instant. Some days you might feel angry, other days you might feel sad or exhausted, but every step you take away from them is a step toward your best life. Let them rot in their own chaos. You don't need to expose them or make them pay. Your healing is enough, because one day they'll look around and realize they have nothing real, only a cycle of broken relationships and empty victories. And you'll be free. At first glance, narcissists may seem untouchable. They walk through life with confidence, manipulating others without guilt, and always seem to land on their feet no matter how much damage they cause. But here's what they don't want you to know: their life is their punishment. They may look powerful, but underneath their carefully crafted mask, they are already losing. They are empty. They are forever trapped in a cycle of their own making, one that ensures they will never truly be happy, fulfilled, or at peace. The illusion of power. Narcissists thrive on control. They feed off attention, manipulation, and the suffering of others. They build their power by breaking others down, making them doubt themselves, and ensuring their victims remain emotionally trapped. But what happens when people start waking up? When their victims break free? The illusion starts to crumble. A narcissist's worst nightmare is losing control. They can't survive without an audience, without someone to manipulate.